Hi friends, I am going to take you through a subject of branding basics. Please remember I am going to overview the branding as a terminology in a very basic manner, but it will educate you enough to know the terminology branding. What is the science and art behind this terminology called branding? So let's move forward. Content that I am going to cover is salient aspect of any brand. What are the few things that we must remember when we talk a subject of branding? What is a brand? We should know what is a brand. Depth of a brand, what it is and why it is important. Brand terms. There are various terminologies surrounding the term brand. We are going to give you a little insight into those terminologies with examples. Journey of a brand. Brand begins its journey from point A to point B. We will try and understand what all that happens during this journey. Advantage of branding. Why should you brand your product or a service? What are the advantages? We are going to understand that. Challenges in brand decisions. The brand head who's looking after brand or a group of brand has to face many challenging decisions. We will understand the same. Brand building steps. How do you build your brand to a desired level? That we will understand. And new ways of branding. Which are the current new ways of doing a branding? So this is a topic for today with this particular chapter that I am going to take you through. Let's take the first topic, salient aspect of any brand. Branding serves both the seller and the buyer. When I say seller, seller includes also manufacturer and seller. So Colgate is manufactured by a company Colgate-Palmolive, and Colgate is a seller of the brand. So it helps Colgate to market this product. Buyer. Buyers are the one who actually buy and use these products. So branding helps both. Please also remember there is one category, that is there are manufacturers are different and sellers are different. So in some cases like say toothbrushes, manufactured by somebody else and it is sold by Colgate. So you see various toothbrushes being marketed, but when you read the pack, you will see manufactured by somebody else and sold by Colgate. So there are certain things that is benefiting both manufacturer, seller and the buyer. That is the first essence of salient aspect of branding. Say for a very example wise, Lux soap. This is a benefit to the seller, and buyer when he does this, buyer of a Lux soap uses the product to gain the benefit. In a very generalistic manner, therefore, when I use a terminology called say BlackBerry, what comes to your mind? In your mind you will get a brand is a name, term, symbol, sign, design or unifying combination of this. So when I use the word BlackBerry, you will get those 7 dots in your mind. There is a terminology BlackBerry, or there is a combination of it. Many times you find BlackBerry only using 7 dots in certain communications, but you will still get a message BlackBerry. So this is a advantage, this is a meaning of a terminology called brand. Continuing the subject of salient aspect of any brand, brand name is the verbal part of the brand. You speak a brand, Colgate, Apple, you speak a brand, Vicks, Vaporub. So it's a verbal part of the brand. When it is a product, you get a tangibilization of the brand. When you say Maggi sauce, you get a tangy feeling. You know Maggi sauce is a tangy. So it is a verbalization of your feeling or tangible feeling of the brand. But when you say DHL courier, the feeling is intangible because their express service is something that you can't experience, but you can measure it. Yeah. Coming to say Gillette Mach 3, it's a verbal part of the brand. When you go to the shop, you need to tell the person, I want to buy Gillette Mach 3. So he will give you a very top edge product called this Gillette Mach 3, which is supposedly giving you an absolute close shave for that smooth shave feeling. So that's a verbalization of the brand. ICICI Bank. So you get a bank, a picture which is very service oriented, customer centric, because it's a experience based. Come to say another example, Godrej Chicken. you get a feeling when you say that Godrej chicken I want to buy, you get a feeling of a juicy red chicken that you are buying. But when it is Bombay Blues, you get a feeling of an ambience that you are going to enjoy, the taste of the food that you are going to enjoy, the service that you are going to get privilege for. So that is a tangibilization or intangibilization, but brand is a verbal part of branding. Verbal part is more between buyer and a seller. I am a buyer, there is a seller, retailer or a pharmaceutical shop, etc., where I go and I request for my brand. I want to buy paracetamol Crocin, or I want to go and buy Colgate Palmolive shaving cream. I want to go and buy Apple iPad. So these are the verbal aspect of the branding, but it is between buyer and a seller. However, between seller and buyer, it is more psychological. Seller who's selling the brand to the buyer, he plays a lot of psychological aspects on the buyer so that buyer accepts his brand. We will learn more as we progress further in this particular study. So now let's understand what is a brand. In this section, I'm going to put an effort to make you really understand what is a brand. We will start with evolution of a definition and then learn few more aspects of what is a brand. So let's evolve a definition of a terminology called brand. Definition. Brand is a name, term, sign, symbol or a design. It is a mix of either or. It is either name, term, sign, symbol or design. Identifying goods or a service that you are requesting. It recognizes the seller and it differentiates him from the competition. Let's revisit. Brand is a definition of brand is name, term, sign, symbol, design. It could be either or a mix of it. Identifying goods or service, recognizing the seller versus and differentiating it from the competition. So we'll define a brand. Brand is a name, term, sign, symbol or design or a combination of them intended to identify the goods or services of one seller or group of sellers and to differentiate them from those of competitors. This is a definition by American Management Association. To give you an example so that you understand it fast, Parle G is a glucose biscuit. When we say that, we know that it is manufactured by Parle products and competitors to this are Britannia or Sunfish from ITC. So I hope the definition is now clear.